Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside LeBriere Family Arena. Semi-final night tonight inside St. Andrews College as we get set for the first semi-final of the night. Winner goes to the championship game tomorrow afternoon back here, Northwood Prep, St. Andrews College, and we are underway here in the first semi-final game as it's worked down into the zone. That one tapped back on goal, having to be sharp right off the hop as that one is turned aside. Battle for it down to the corner. Northwood took overtime for them to come through in a big win here this morning. They were able to knock off the Brunswick Bruins to clinch that 2 seed in the other side of the division. Sac a perfect 3-0 with a win here this afternoon as well. In their side of the division, they got the 1 seed. And we got a penalty coming right off the hop here in Aurora. Cross-checking is the call. And Northwood is going to head right to the power play early on. Bishop, Kearney, and Culver await in the second game of the night, the second semifinal.
Yeah, Oliver Turner starting this game off with the Saints with the cross-checking penalty, it seems like. And Northwood's going to go on the power play early.
Off the face-off, it'll be worked back up top. Michael Paluzzo. He's got it at the blue line. Paluzzo to the near side dot. Up top into the slot. Schneid back up top to Paluzzo. Paluzzo hits Schneid in. He fires. That one's blocked. Back down into the corner, tied up. Northwood able to hold it in. William Schneid down in tight. Loose puck side of the goal. Oh, he missed it. How on earth did that puck not go into the back of the net?
Wow. Unreal. I don't know if it was a save or a missed shot, but Northwood should be up 1-0 here.
Shane Jarosky had an entire net to shoot at, and he set it high. Good forecheck by the Saints here on this penalty kill. They'll work it back at center. Backtracking, look out, blowing a tire. On his way back is Connor Dervin, and he'll send it down the length of the ice right on goal. Picked up out of the near side wall by Pigon. He'll work it down into the corner. Dervin fires it around to the far side, not out, it's held in. Medeshev works it up to the near side circle. Henry Kress now, down below the goal line at Sac. Onto the far side. Northwood will work it around the horn. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Back up top of the point. Skating into one. That one is blocked out front. Lucas Perdome got in the way of that. Northwood able to hold the zone. We'll circle it back up top. Mileshev drops it off. There's a quick shot. Paolo Frasca the save. And it's all the way out of the zone. That's his first save of the hockey game. Paolo Frasca fresh and rested, ready to go for this semifinal game. Got the afternoon off. Oh, there's another excellent save by Frasca. In tight, Northwood. Good pressure here early offensively. They'll circle back up top. Pigon lost it. Stretch pass. Oh, in behind the defense, and they could not hit Michael Deck.
That was a great opportunity there for the Saints to get instant offense from the rush there and just out of reach for Michael Deck.
They'll work it back at center. Up with the logo, Dervin kicks it for Lane. Hayden Lane into the zone. He'll work it down low. Lane spins it up into the slot. Dervin off his stick, and it'll be turned back up ice. Leishev dumps it down in. He'll go for a change. St. Andrews College back in behind their goal as Delelche will start out. Delelche out of the near side will work it up for DiPlacido. DiPlacido trying to work that puck out of the zone. He will. Sinclair dumps that puck in deep into the Northwood Prep zone. Back around to the near side. Sinclair, that bounced over his stick and it's out at center. Turner works it back in his own zone. He plays catch with Finn Kearns, the big defenseman. As here, Turner goes up. That one right on goal, turned aside. Centering pass back out front. As DeCampo was out front, that puck missed him. Battle for back down low. They'll set it around to the far side, tipped out by Northwood. Finn Kearns finishes his check on the far side half boards. Delelche will turn back. Out of the near side. Turner hits Kearns at center. Here goes Kearns into the zone. He's onside. No, he's not, as Sinclair jumped. And he is just offside with 13 minutes to go here, first period. Sac and Northwood in the first semifinal of the night.
Yeah, and this is an exciting semifinal for MacPherson Tournament. This and BK and Culver are the two semifinals, so I would say those were probably highly predicted semifinal matchups and 4 great hockey programs in the semis, so it's going to be outstanding hockey to watch from here on out.
Faceoff is one back into the Northwood zone. St. Pierre plays it around to the near side, able to hold the zone. Big time hit on the near side as Parker Thompson throwing his weight around early on. Northwood will start out of their own end, onto the far side. Schneid works it down low. It'll be chipped back by Gal, but not out. Held in at the line. Smith, near side. St. Pierre's shot. That's off a skate to the near side corner. Tronowski back up top of the point, and that'll bring Smith out of the zone. He's got to circle back at center. Smith circling back at center. He'll work it down to the far side. Trying to shed Nolan Long. Paolo Frasca out to play that puck. Little stop and spin by Connor Durbin back in his own zone. And Durbin, time out of his own end. Here goes Durbin up at center. He'll flip that puck down in deep as Sack goes for changes. First man out of it is Kevin Carr back for Northwood. Up top, could not get it out of the zone as it's flipped right back in by Delelche. Carr, his pass, almost intercepted. Now they'll turn back. He's got it back now, high off the glass this time, and that time it'll bounce out. Now race for it on the near side. Malaysia works it free. Here they come, in tight. Frasca's down. It's under him, and that puck comes free. They get a whistle. As for a moment it looked like Frasca had it. It did squirt free, but the whistle came regardless, and a face-off down inside the St. Andrews zone.
Early on, there's been some fantastic saves from Frasca and some great chances for Northwood, so it's been a really offense-heavy game for Northwood so far, and let's see if the Saints can counteract that with some transition plays.
Face-off will come down inside the St. Andrews College zone. Right to the left of Paolo Frasca. Delelche lost it. Lane tried to clear the zone, could not. Stick snapped in half. Delelche without a twig. Now tries to go to the bench to hit one. He's got it. As that'll be flipped up and out at center. Gavin Carr backs up in his own zone. He'll play it over for his captain, Peluso. Peluso, late third period heroics in their first game this morning to force overtime. Here they come again. Shot blocked. He'll dribble to the near side. Pigon on it. He'll work it free, but Delelche comes away with it. Little flip pass out for Michael Deck. As it's right back into the Saints zone. Delelche. He's got it on the near side, now turns it over. Here comes Northwood pressing up in the slot. There's a shot, never got to the goal. It was blocked out front, and Sack will turn it back up. Deck spins out front of his own bench as they make changes. He hits Aiden Lane at center. Lane flips that puck down in on goal. It'll be right out front, but there to pick it up is Palmer. Tap pass out of the zone to the near side, Brunton. They'll work it out with Nick Palmer. Big time open ice hit as it's played around to the far side. Finn Kearns picks it off, and here he goes up at center. Kearns jumping up into the rush. He'll play it off the end boards, looking for a redirection back. Out front it came to him, and it was stopped to the side of the goal. Half wall, it'll be lofted high up through center and bounce down the ice. That will roll. No icing, they're going to wave it off. Not enough steam on it. DiPlacido will wait. Up at center. They'll flip it down into the zone. First man back is Devin Smith. Smith trying to evade his man as he flips it up, but not out. Good hold there by Connor Durbin at the line. St. Pierre tries the other side this time. And he's going to go back for it in behind his goal. Smith turns it over. Good pressure by Sack up in the offensive zone. Spinning around over the near side down. It'll be thrown to the far boards. Nolan Long after it down to the corner. Long still has it down to the Northwood zone. Back to the point it comes. Connor Durbin lets a shot go. Turned aside there. Back in behind the goal. They'll dump it back out front. This time it'll be picked off, and Schneid will get it out at center. Connor Durbin, good step on the far side. He'll hold the zone back for Austin Gow. Cover spins it back down low. Slapped her out of the near side this time by St. Pierre. And that'll bounce down the ice for icing. on Northwood. So 8:46 to go, first period. In a low-scoring, no-scoring affair here yet. Tied at 0 early on in this first semifinal game. St. Andrews and Northwood, both teams trouble scoring in the first period of this tournament, but looking to break the ice here as a face-off coming down inside the Northwood zone.
Yeah, not a lot of whistles so far in this game, and it's been a lot of transition plays with battles in the corners, so we'll see if this play can get some pucks in the back of the net.
Oliver Turner's shot goes high and rips all the way back out at center. Will be dumped down into the zone by Parker Thompson. Northwood goes for change it. Turner works it for Cover on the far side. Prudhomme gives for Cover. Here comes his speedy centerman. Cover trying to step around the defenseman. That'll roll right on goal, and it'll be covered. And now some pushing and shoving after the whistle. As parked right out front of the goaltender was Cooper Bordeaux.
Yeah, and these two teams are familiar foes, playing each other already twice this year. They're 1-1 in the matchup, so they're very familiar, and things could get chippy here down the stretch.
Good crowd here for the hometown Saints, as that one is flipped on goal and once again covered down. And here we go with some pushing and shoving again after the whistle as Prudhomme takes one and gives one.
Now this is an exciting semifinal match. Saints are 3-0. Northwood is 2-1. Every team was 1-1 except for Victory Honda and Saints, who were 2-0. And Victory Honda was 0-2 heading into the games this morning. So it was a very even MacPherson tournament. A lot of teams playing against each other, winning and losing. So good job by the people who chose the teams this year.
Picked up on the near side lane. Gets it right back. Down low, tap pass up to the far side. Nobody home. It'll be flipped out by Northwood. Oliver Turner. Back fork for Lane. Lane rink wide. They've got him into the zone. Deck flips it near side. Durbin will spin back in the near corner. Durbin throws one on goal in tight. Turned aside, and the rebound will be cleared out of center. DiPlacido quickly back up ice. Look out as that one's turned over. Back after it was Stackhouse. Northwood's into the zone. Deck comes back into his own end to pick that pass out, and he'll flip it out at center. Looking for Lane. Lane stripped to the puck as Pigon will turn back at center ice. Charles Pigon to the backhand. Backhand, and that one goes high. Back up top to the point it comes. Unable to hold the zone. It'll leak out to the far side, and Jake DiCapo around to the near side corner. Sinclair on it. He can't get to it. Northwood will clear it out at center. That pass intended for Henry Kress missed him. Both 17s back into the corner after it. Connor Durbin works it up to the near side. Sinclair's got it. He'll float to the far corner. Chopped at by DiCapo. Trying to get it back up top to the point. It'll be spun off. Coming in to help out is Brunton down low. He can't clear the zone. Here's Durbin. A shot right on through traffic. Gets to the goaltender. It will cover, and once again pushing and shoving after the whistle down low. This time a little more heated down in the Northwood crease. As Alex Karskanen.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, these teams know each other very well. Seen each other many, many times over the years, so we knew this game is going to be interesting, heated, and it's going to be a close one throughout.
Karskanen pulled down in the Northwood crease. 6:34 to go here, first period. Face out deep inside the Northwood prep zone. Off the draw. After it is Bryson Morgan. It's played around in behind the goal. St. Pierre will work out for Northwood. He's got it at center. Now into the sack zone, drops it off, shot. Braska the save. Brunton works it around to the far boards. Connor Durbin picks it off, but it's held in by Northwood. Right back down low. Centering pass comes up top. Good stick there by Durbin. It's steered to the corner. Moore works it back up top to the point. Smith able to hold it in for the moment being. Now it'll be brought out by Zach. Out of the near side. Blucci, who had an excellent afternoon game today for Zach. Jacob Bolsche, two goals, in that first game for the Saints. Almost was three as Del Elche's back in his own zone. Del Elche for Turner. He gets dumped after the pass. Delelche working up, tap pass Perdome into the zone. Here comes Cover. Cover, tight angle shot, it's fought off. Perdome's got it back below the goal line. Lucas Perdome, back up top. Turner works it around to the far side. Here's a shot off the end boards, didn't get the carom they were looking for. Perdome with pressure down low. Trying to spin away from his man. He's got that loose puck. Cover digs it free. It'll leak out, and Willem Schneed is out at center. That one on goal. Frasca fights it out. Schneed's got it down low. He'll flip it to the far side. Back to him, looking for a deflection out front. It came, but it was wide by Parker Thompson. This first line of Northwood, a lot to handle. Here comes a shot from the point. That one rolls on Paolo Frasca. Now the point shot from Michael Paluzzo. And Frasca will ice it with 4:44 to go here in the first period, still scoreless.
Yeah, really even match so far. Both teams' time of possession's got to be as close as it can get. And these two teams, man, I know this is going to be an exciting one.
You mentioned they know each other well.
Yeah.
Off the faceoff, down inside the Saints zone. It'll be Finn Kearns playing around the lines, but takes a tumble as it's worked up to the near side at center. Kieran Durbin in after it. It'll be spun back. Kearns could not hold the zone, and that one will roll down the ice. And it will be icing on Northwood Prep.
This deep pairing of Diplacito and Kearns are the two best offensive defensemen for the Saints. Kearns having 7 goals and Diplacito having 4 goals on the year, leading all defensemen. So these two are ready to put the shot on net whenever, and a good screen by the forwards is always welcome.
That one flutters from the point, high over top of the goal. Dervitt, exciting forward, has it up at center. He's got it in the high slot. He'll work it to the near side now, drop it off. Finn Kearns plays it down in deep off the end boards. Back in after it is Lane, this first unit to work here for Sack. Lane couldn't get to it. It'll be brought out by Northwood. Pigon up at center. He'll work it to the far side. Bouncing puck will be turned back the other way. Dervin works it up. Here's a 2-on-1 developing for Sack. Sliding it across. Here's Lane. Oh, what a save!
Wow.
And he flips it right back at him. So 2 excellent saves here early on in this one. One from each goaltender. And they keep us scoreless.
Wow, that save was unreal. To slide over and then get the glove up. Wow, what a save by number 1 for Northwood.
Jake Shingles getting his second start of the day for Northwood Prep. Worked around to the far side boards. It'll be brought out. Tronowski works it down to the far side. Here's a tight angle shot. Schneed turned aside by Frasca. Shot from the point, deflected wide of the goal. It's out of the half wall, and Sinclair will bring it out at center. Sinclair will roll that down to the goaltender. And Jake Shingles will cover.
Number 6, Austin Gao for the Saints, represented Team China at the U18 World Championships this past Christmas break. And I thought that was really cool. The Saints program has had a few people represent their countries over the years, and Austin Gao was representing this year.
Pat save made by Shingles as it's played around to the far boards. Schneed will work it out at center. He gets turned back the other way. Good forecheck. Dumped back down in by Sinclair. Played around to the far side boards. Fulci back to the point. That shot up high. And catching and hanging on once again is Jake Shingles.
Three minutes to go here in the first period. Still scoreless here at LeBriere Family Arena in Aurora, Ontario. This is game 44 on the Saints season.
Face-off tied up. It'll be picked up out of the zone and flipped up into the seats, directly out of play.
Not sure that's what number 10 meant to do. He seemed a little disappointed that one flipped over the glass.
Ryan Racine just trying to play that off the high glass and a little too much on it. So the face-off down inside the Northwood Prep zone at 2:55 to go here in the first. Culver can't win the draw. Northwood will play it off the boards this time. Bouncing puck back to the point, held in. Del Elche works it back down low. Perdome. He'll pick that puck up to the near side. Turner. He'll throw it on goal looking for a deflection. There, shingles out to steer it aside, and it'll be cleared out by Northwood Prep down the ice. That's not going to have enough for icing. Lucas Perdome's got to go back for it. Plays it for Turner in behind the zone. Sebastian Del Elche works it up at center. Bouncing puck. Perdome in after it. Taking off his stick as Beach will play it around to the near board. Flipped up by Racine. He lost it. He's got to go back down low for it as Devin Smith comes in to help out. Stretch pass up St. Pierre up at center. Turn back the other way. Here's Dak. Tried to chip around St. Pierre. Could not. It's back up at center. Culver. He's got lots of ice to skate. He's got a man with him. Here's Jackson Culver in off a skate. And it'll be flipped to the near boards. High off the glass that time as Culver comes back swiping in to pick it up. Jackson Culver into the zone. He'll drop for Dak. Gotta get it back out front. It'll be intercepted and back the other way comes Northwood. Charles Pigon works it back down low. Tight angle shot. Frasca the save. Pigon's got it down low. He'll work it around to the near side for Kress. Kress centering pass up top. That puck laid loose in the slot for a moment. Help back to the point. Peluso. Here's Kress's drive, and that one off the blocker of Paolo Frasca and up and out of play. And here we go after the whistle again, down to the corner. Finn Kearns in there. It'll quickly be settled down with about 22 to go here in the first period. It's scoreless. Tied up off the faceoff. Gal will control out of the zone. Now they turn it back the other way as Simonet got a stick on it. Back to gather it. Out of his own zone is Connor Durbin. Having trouble with it. Sinclair now back for it. Simonet all over him. Hard hit onto the far side boards as it's worked back up top to the point. Peluso. Bouncing puck on the far side dot. Sinclair finally settles it down. 1 minute to go here in the period. As it'll bounce up onto the far side, trying to work that out to Campbell. DeCampo gets it at center. Oh, we got a penalty coming here. That's a knee-on-knee collision at center. It's going to be called a trip, even though Karskanen didn't even go down. And right there, Northwood Prep is going to be penalized for the tripping, and St. Andrews College is going to enter the power play. 42.4 seconds to go here in period number 1. So if they can't find one, they'll start with a fresh sheet of ice in period 2 and a power play. Played up top to the point. Far side it works. Deck sets up. Boy, would they like one here in the first period. Near side, Durbin scanning. Down low, centering pass across the slot. Lane couldn't get a stick on it. It slapped down. Back up at the ice. 12 seconds to go. They're into the zone. Up down off the end boards. Battle for it. Lane trying to get possession. It'll be tied up there. And his car just trying to salt away the rest of this first period. They'll jab it free, but not enough time as that hit right at the end by Del Elche. And that will do it for period number 1 here at St. Andrews College. As Sac and Northwood Prep knotted at zeros in the first semifinal game. was also excellent for Northwood Prep. As we'll head to the first intermission, we're going to see if we can grab an interview down at ice level. Looks like Parker's got somebody down there at ice level. Believe it looks like Luke St. Clair it is. So once he's set up to go down on the bench, Luke St. Clair going to talk to you, and we'll head to intermission. So after the first period, we're 0-0. Let's go down to Parker with Luke St. Clair.
Luke St. Clair. Luke, what did you see out there that you liked from your guys out there in the first period?
I think we competed this period. I mean, you see with Northwood, they compete hard. They're a hard team to play against, but I think we matched the compete level, and it kind of showed we kind of outplayed them for that period.
And what would you like to see you guys do to put one in the back of the net these next two periods?
I think we need to keep it up. We need to get shots. I mean, looks like he's fighting it in there, so as long as we get more shots, we're going to be we got to get around pucks, and we're going to bury one.
And David Amber talked to us at the banquet yesterday, and what did you take from his speech?
No, he's a role model for everyone. I mean, see him on TV, and no, he does a great job, and his talks about leadership and stuff really stuck with everyone, I think, so it's good for us.
And what did you think of the crowd last night, Luke?
I mean, it's awesome. It's the favorite game of the year for everybody. I mean, we sit it on our calendars, and it's so fun for everyone to play in and for people that are team fans.
Awesome. Back to you, Alec.
Thanks, Parker. Luke St. Clair, a couple of words. Trying to get his team going here in the final two periods. We will head to the first intermission as we are tied at 0. Sorry about that technical difficulty, but we will head to the break. We'll be back for period number 2 here at St. Andrews College. Scoreless, Northwood and Sac.
And this is SAC Today. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back to school. It's freezing outside, and that means it's winter sports season, including hockey. The outdoor rink is in action on the quad, and everybody's looking forward to the annual MacPherson Tournament this weekend.
Your first Hockey Saints will take on top competition from across the continent. Looking forward to the weekend. SAC Today will be dropping daily profiles on some of the first hockey players. Here's a sneak peek of what we have in store.
Hi, I'm Austin Gao. I'm in grade 12. I've been at SAC since grade 7. I'm a defenseman and I'm number 6. I'm from China, and over the winter break, I had the honor to play for my country's U20 national team at the World Juniors hosted in Croatia. It was a really cool experience, and playing for my country is always an honor. The MacPherson Tournament's always a special tournament, and as a grad, this will be my last time playing it. I'm super excited, and hopefully we'll win the Friday night game and the whole thing again.
Another winter sport played on the ice is curling. Junior correspondent Carson Vogel visited our curling team to find out more about the players and the sport that keeps on growing in popularity worldwide.
It's second term of sports here at St. Andrews College, and students are swapping their cleats for brooms. That's right, curling is in full swing.
I'm Carson Vogel, reporting from the Bradford Curling Rink, where excitement is palpable. This term, the school's curling program has students brushing up on this unique winter sport, quite literally. Curling, often dubbed chess on ice, combines precision, strategy, and teamwork. For many students here, it's a chance to try something new. bond with friends, and sharpen their skills. Joining me now is Richard Wang, a grade 11 student in the curling program. Richard, what made you want to try curling?
It's something I've never done before, and with so many opportunities at SAC, you just gotta try them all.
Richard, what has been the biggest challenge for you so far?
Learning how to sweep, it requires a lot of attention to where your feet are, because one misstep and you'll go flying across the ice.
Coaching the students is Miss Ramon, a seasoned curling enthusiast who has led the program for years. She believes the sport teaches more than just technique.
Curling teaches a lot of life skills to the guys at St. Andrews. We usually get a lot of guys who have sort of aged out of different sports. They've played hockey a lot or they've played other sports, and by the time they get to us, they're kind of looking to try something new. So we provide a different avenue to stay fit, to stay healthy, to get some exercise, to meet a different group of guys. But also the sport of curling helps to teach teamwork. You're working as a group of four and you have to rely on everyone to make their shots, but you also have to listen to each other, because when you're trying to come up with strategy, when you're trying to decide what the next shot's going to be, you really have to trust each other and you have to listen to each other.
For students like Arthur Zhao, it's been about personal growth and learning to adapt.
I think the main thing I've grown in is my patience. In curling, you spend so much time just waiting for the other team to throw and just stand there and watch and observe.
From sweeping to strategizing, the curling program at St. Andrews College is more than just a sport. It's a lesson in teamwork, resilience, patience, and winter fun.
Reporting from the Bradford Curling Rink with SAC Today, I'm Carson Vogel. Back to you in the studio.
Also up at the rink, but not on the ice, the St. Andrews fencing team is preparing for upcoming competitions. Brandon Sun and Josh Way checked in with the swordsman of St. Andrews at practice recently. On guard.
For SAC Today, I'm Lee Milanov. So fencing is basically a martial art combat sport. It's a 1-versus-1 scenario in which two people have a sword fight, and the first person to score 5 points or 15 points, depending on the bout. And the goal of fencing is to just hit your opponent with a sword. Well, I think fencing is really interesting because it's more than just a physical game. There's a real mental aspect. You have to be able to predict what your opponent's going to do and try to match that, and then try to think of some attacks of your own that your opponent won't be able to think about. Well, as I mentioned, a fencer, they've got to be smart, they've got to be able to think, but also fencing, you're going to take hits, right? And sometimes it's going to hurt a little bit. You're getting stabbed with a sword in the chest. You got to be able to take that hit, get back up, and then go for another point. If I'd add one more thing, I'd say fencing's a great sport. I highly recommend you should all come out and give it a try. So next year, come join the fencing team.
Tell him how good of a captain I am.
Sorry, you didn't see that.
I don't think so.
The winter months can be hard on our mental health, so the Jacta Org Council has organized some uplifting events, including therapy dogs in the library and a gallery event on Bell Let's Talk Day with DJs, snacks, and interactive games.
Since we're all in on sports this episode, Jeremy Lewis joins Gray for another installment of The Sports Desk.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk, your source of everything athletics.
From the NFL playoffs to the MacPherson Tournament, we've got you covered. My name's Jeremy Lewis.
And I'm Gray Berman, and this is
The Sports Desk.
The NFL playoffs are heating up, and let's just say
Marshmallows all game long, and I'm not really too sure what he was doing on the attempt to block the pick six.
Got some pressure again, lets it fly high. It's intercepted, picked off by Quan Martin. Martin with some blocks inside the 20. Martin, pick six.
Josh Allen was unreal for the Bills, and a big shout out to Mark Andrews for dropping the Ravens' playoff dreams twice. Don't forget about the Andrew and Life football pool. My picks are locked up, and I'm feeling good about my bracket this year.
Feeling good? That's pretty bold, considering you had Jared Goff and the Lions all the way in the Super Bowl, Gray.
The annual MacPherson Tournament is coming up, and I'm not sure if I'm more excited for the actual game or the annual prospects game.
Absolutely. I heard Captain Aiden Johnson has been getting dialed in for that prospect game.
Finally, a big shout out to the U18 AAA team for their victory at the Elite Prospect Showcase. What a way to cap off the weekend.
They sure are setting a standard of what it means to be elite.
keep an eye out on what the U18 team has coming up in their schedule.
That's a wrap for today's Sports Desk.
Thanks for tuning in. And remember, whether you're on the court, on the ice, or just watching from your couch, stay in the game.
See you next time.
And welcome back inside LeBreur Arena here in Aurora. St. Andrews College, Northwood Prep, scoreless after the first. Sack will start with a $1:18 of power play time to open the second period. Looking for our game's first goal, this first semifinal of the night. Second one will go at 8:30 scheduled time here from LeBreur Family Arena. Lane right into the zone, will drop it off. Fresh sheet of ice for Sack to work up their power play. Here in Dervin. He had 2 goals in the first game here for Sack today. Dervin will stop up on the half wall. He'll work it down low. Dervin fires just high. All the way back around. Deck holds it in. Michael Deck now into the slot. That one off a stick to the far corner. Dervin picks it back up on the far side. Dervin lets one fly, deflected on goal. Picked up by Lane on the near side. He'll work it back for Deck. Michael Deck skates in, near circle, down low, Lane looking out front, far side, fire, score!
Kieran Dervin buries it, makes it 1-0 for the Saints. Kieran Dervin is 27th on the year. What a shot by number 9. Great cross-ice pass, gets the Saints on top.
Beautiful puck movement down to the Northwood zone, and Dervin on the receiving end of it. He did not miss. And Kieran Dervin has made it 1-0 Sack. Power play goal, Dervin. Now Northwood has to play from behind. Off the redirection, back across, and Paolo Frasca forced to make a good save here. Frasca will work it around as it's right back on Paolo Frasca. Now he's got to hold on as coming in hot was Michael Peluso. He's got to cover for a faceoff down inside the Sack zone.
This game very similar to this afternoon's game. 0-0 after the first, and then Saints get an early goal within the first minute of the second period. So seeing a lot of similarities between the games this weekend.
Faceoff down inside the Saints zone. Perdome on the other side, they'll fire that puck up at center, tipped down in by Luke Sinclair. Turned back the other way by Peter Morris. Down into the zone. Schneid after it for Northwood. Ternowski back for Schneid on the far side. He'll work it back up top to the point. Here's a shot coming through traffic. And Paolo Frasca saw it all the way as he snags that one and hangs on. Now some pushing and shoving after the whistle once again. As things start to intensify here, that's Luca Di Placido down low. Linesman will bring a quit to that quickly. Faceoff once again down to the right of Paolo Frasca. Fights one off on the faceoff win by Northwood. Welcome our viewers from wherever you may be tuning in from, and whether that's here in Aurora or Lake Placid. Across the bridge as it's fired up onto the far side at center. Peter Morris into the zone. He'll dump that puck toward the net. Never got to Frasca. Centering pass back up top. Loose puck, near side circle. St. Pierre's shot blocked. Over to the far side is Beach to pick it up. He'll work it back down low, tripped up, penalty coming to St. Andrews College. Right there, obvious as it gets, tripping is the call on Sack in Northwood. We'll have a chance to hit the power play and try to tie this game early in the second.
And that one's going to be on Bryson Morgan, number 4. Just got the stick in there. Ended up tripping up the forward.
Faceoff will be deep inside Saints territory. PK unit out there, Perdome on the faceoff. He'll win it back for Turner. And Turner will waste no time firing that puck down the ice. Good forecheck in by St. Clair. As Schneed after it, could not pick it up. It'll be fired right back the other way. Centering pass, looking up top. St. Clair never came to him, shorthanded. As Kronowski works it back down low. Paluzzo scanning for Northwood. Aggressive penalty kill here for Sack early on. Schneed off his skate. It'll roll down to the Sack zone for a moment and be fired right back down to the Northwood zone. Sack gets a change at $1:15 to go in the power play. Paluzzo works it up onto the far side. Into the zone is Simonet. Simonet's a shot, and it's right on. Paolo Frasca will glove it down and hang on.
Great glove save by Paolo Frasca. Paolo Frasca this year in 22 games has a 1.92 goals against with a .935 save percentage. He's been solid all year for the Saints. Veteran goalie, was here last year and has played in some big games throughout his about year and a half with this Saints prep team.
Excellent numbers this season for the senior netminder. 2006 born goaltender as the faceoff will come down to the right of him. Off the draw, will be one back up top to the point. Near side, lots of ice. There's one out front. They were looking for a tip, and Peter Morris just missed it. They hold the zone, though, on the far boards. Gavin Carr works it down low for Morris. Morris, he'll spin onto the half wall, back down low. He'll switch with Carr. Carr, rink-wide pass out of the near side. Pigon works it back up top. They'll cycle it around nicely here. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Down low, stopped up is Malaysia. He gets hauled down. Battle for it, a couple bodies hitting the ice. Finn Kearns trying to dig that puck free. It'll bounce around to the near side. Pigon. And he can't get him up with it, and Sack will clear it down with 25 seconds to go on the power play. Gavin Carr back for Northwood prep. One last rush here on the man advantage. Luck out almost turned it over. Now he does turn it over as that puck will bounce up through center. Gow will leave it for Lane, and the captain will fire it down. And that will do it for the power play. So Sack scores an early power play goal in the second, and it kills one off. Bryson Morgan will hop out of the penalty box. Right back into the zone is Northwood. There's a shot wide of the goal. It'll be chipped back around by Connor Durbin. Durbin back in his own zone. He gets tied up. Malishev trying to work that puck free, and Sack will come out with it. Here is Kieran Durbin working his way through. Durbin through the Northwood defense. Drops it off for Michael Deck. Could not get a shot off. Northwood back the other way. Schneed, that pass comes right through him, and he's down after it. First man on it. Top line out for Northwood. William Schneed. Shot. Pad save Frasca. Parker Thompson works it back across out front of his goal, and Northwood will start back out at center. That'll be fired in by Palmer. Paolo Frasca out to play the puck. He'll set it around to the near side glass, up for Michael Deck. Deck just out of his reach, slapped back into the zone by Poole. Schneed Knocks it down, back up top to the point. Ternowski, his shot deflected on goal. What a save by Frasca. Frantically as he's able to kick that one out. As it'll roll down the ice for icing on the Saints. I think Frasca saw that puck. Nonetheless, he was deep in his crease and he was able to fight it off.
Paulo Frasca, you don't see this very much anymore, but Paulo Frasca is an assistant captain for this Saints team, and that is a huge role. He's a great leader in the locker room, and the boys really respect him, so he was a great choice for that, and I think it's really cool to see a goalie as the assistant captain.
Face-off win, Northwood. Here's a shot off the draw, snapped down by Frasca. Face-off will come now to the right of the Sac goaltender. One all the way down the ice and out through center. St. Pierre will speed back for it. His goaltender will leave it for him. St. Pierre. Tap pass out of the zone, Kress. He'll circle back with it onto the far side. Played out by Smith, but right back in Sac. Here's Jackson Cover. Cover fires it down to the near side corner. Around to the far boards, it'll be met by Simonet. Simonet will play it out at center. Right onto the stick that time of Pigon. He lost it. Sac, Del Elche. Pass picked off, fired right back in by St. Pierre. Perdome almost turned it over, now gets it back. Cover will play it back in his own zone. Del Elche in a battle for it down to the corner with Peter Morris. Picked up by Cover. Cover feeds it out. He's got Perdome on the near side wing. Lucas Perdome kind of body his way through a couple of defenders, and Peluso able to take that puck off his stick. Perdome, here's a turnover. Here's Cover, a shot goes high. Jackson Cover all alone out front of the Northwood zone. That one will bounce down into the Sac zone. Paulo Frasca will play it. Battle for that puck down to the corner. It'll be ripped up to the point. Peluso's shot is blocked. Now a race for it. Unable to get there is Nolan Long. It's sent right back in by Northwood. They'll make changes. 10 minutes to go here. 7 gone in the second period. 1-0 Sac. Long. Good stick on Schneed as he'll throw that one on goal. Frasca the save. Rebound back out front. They score! Parker Thompson right there to clean it up. And Northwood has tied this game at 1. That top line of Schneed and Thompson alongside Ternowski, so hard to stop. And they strike here with 9:50 to go in the second, and we're back to square one.
Yeah, 1-1 game here for the Saints, 9:50 left to go, and that was a big goal for Northwood to get back in this game. It seemed like Saints had the pep in their step there, a little more momentum, and now we're back at 0-0.
They'll bat it down. At center, loose puck sent back as Karskanen hits DiCapo. DiCapo is shot right out. It'll be gloved down by Shingles, and Jake Shingles will hang on. Picked up down in the corner. Poole out of his own zone. Trying to fend off his man, works it up as he'll get it for Schneed into the zone. Here's William Schneed in, he fires just wide. Such a good release on Schneed. Connecticut commit. After it back down low. Schneed skips it up top to the point. I'll work it to the near side. That puck bobbling over the stick of Poole. Onto the half wall, and they'll work it out. Karskanen. Sac's got numbers here if they hurry as Sinclair will bang that puck down to the corner. Saints go for a change. Northwood will start out of their own zone at center. Tipped down into the zone that time by Schneid, and he'll go for a change. Wholesale changes for Northwood. It's Oliver Turner waiting behind his own goal. Laid up onto the near side, Michael Deck will circle back. Deck hits Lane into the zone. He'll throw it to the far corner. Picked up right there by Devin Smith. He'll leak it out at center. Snapped up, fired right back in. The puck will be played off the near side boards. That Medeshev said that he tipped that puck, but the linesman does not agree. And a faceoff will come back down inside the Northwood prep zone. Here with 8:14 to go in period number 2 of this first semifinal. 1 of 2 tonight. As Sac and Northwood battle for a spot in the championship game tomorrow afternoon from LeBriere. It'll be Culver and Bishop Kearney. 8:30 puck drop tonight for the other spot. Del Elche back in his own zone, flipped up onto the near side, bouncing puck at center. Here comes Michael Deck in. Deck drops it off. Durbin. Back to the point, Del Elche. They'll cycle it with Aiden Lane. Lane unable to get to it. Northwood can't clear it as that one takes a bounce off a stanchion and they flip it directly out of play. It's not what Malaysia wanted to do, but the faceoff will stay down to the Northwood prep zone.
Yeah, 7:41 here left in the second, and I feel like the Saints have lost a little energy here and a little confidence, so I think a big few shifts here for the Saints to get a few more shots on goal, pepper the goalie a little more, and I feel like they should be back in this game with the lead.
Face-off coming down inside the Northwood zone. Culver steps in out of the face-off. Carried out of the zone by Carr. He'll fire it into the zone. Little give and go. He gets it right back. Backhand drive high of the net. Good little rush there for Carr. Now it'll be picked up by the speedy Culver. Here goes Jackson Culver. Inside out move. He's hauled down. Oh my, into the end boards hard, and a penalty coming. And now the concern is Culver, who's down at a heap of the end boards. That's going to cause a scrum down in the corner. Paluzzo has to be dragged out. And oh boy, did he go into those end boards hard. Culver, nothing he could do to defend himself. And he is slow to get up, but good nonetheless to see him get up and skate off under his own power, and hopefully he's all right. So it'll be 2 for cross-checking. And this face-off now, where's it going to take place? It should be down inside the Northwood prep zone. I'm not sure why they have it in the neutralized area.
And Peluso is going to pick up that penalty for Northwood.
David Manning arguing his... Case says, I'm not sure why this faceoff's coming in the neutralized area. The play was blown down to the corner, and a penalty was called. It should be coming down to the Northwood prep zone. Nonetheless, it's going to come in the neutralized area. So the Tom unit out there for Sac. They'll win the faceoff. Deck, rink wide. Dervin has to stop before he enters. He'll feed it off for Lane. Lane drops it back. Now they're sent up Dervin. Lane back up top for Dervin. Dervin walks in. He has a power play goal already in the period, does Kieran Dervin. Rink wide pass. Like to set Dervin up on that far dot if they can. Del Elche, near side Deck, down low, Lane in tight. Loose puck comes out, and it will roll. They say that puck stayed in. I'm not sure. It was close. Played around to the near side corner. This time Northwood will make sure it's out at center. Schneid had a bounce over his stick. Going for a change. Northwood trying to rip up as Del Elche's in. He gets tied up, and it will be cleared by Northwood after it. Giving a chase is Beach. One minute even to go on the power play. Lane works it up on the near side, hits Deck. Michael Deck into the zone. Deck Far side, Durbin streaking into the high slot. He'll work down to the near side dot. Fires just high. Oh, he had that top corner picked out. And he'll get that second unit out there now. Worked up for Deck. Deck hits his man through center, gets tied up. As turning back is Bolchi. Good zone hold on the near side by DiPlacido. He'll work it down low for Bolchi. Bolchi up top for DiPlacido. Far side. Thought about a shot, now can't. Kearns has to pass off. Kearns this time. Nope, he's going to hold on to it again. He'll work it down low for Deck. Deck staying out there with a second unit. That pass skipped across. DiPlacido works it around for Deck on the far side. Michael Deck with 8 seconds to go. Out front, they score! Jacob Bolchi strikes again for Sac. A power play goal, their second of the period. And St. Andrews goes back on top. It's 2-1. Have a day 19.
What a day for Jacob Bolche. That is his third goal in 2 games for him today. That one was just a power play deflection, just a smart hockey IQ play, and way to give the Saints a lead, Jacob Bolche.
Bolche's got his third of the day, and Sac pops back on top with their second power play marker of the game. Played back in their zone now as Nathaniel Poole will work it out for Northwood. Poole up at the Sac logo. He'll dump it into the zone. Down below the goal line, trying to work that puck out. Out of the far side. Up top it comes. Worked out front, Schneed at a bounce over his stick. He'll turn it back down low. Kronowski back to the point. Shot coming through. Frasca fights it off as that one found a way through. A bunch of traffic out front. Loose puck, another shot. Tronowski. Save made Frasca. So once again, Northwood answering the Sac goal with good pressure in the zone. That pass will be picked off and played out of the far side. Sinclair could be a 2-on-1. Couldn't get it across though as DeCampo was headed in with him. Smith fires it in. Schneed back out front. He had a man and could not hit his stick as Thompson was streaking in. Battle for it down to the corner. Thompson up top. There's a shot deflected wide of the net. Devin Smith. Tight angle shot. That's off a stick and up and out of play with 4:06 to go in the second period. Off the draw, quick shot right on, and Frasca once again forced to make the save. A little bump for Charles Pigon, who was coming in high. Another face-off win, Northwood. Heck of a job to hold his own. Now to be brought up for Perdome. He's in after it. Well, Perdome held in by Cover. Good to see Jackson Cover back out for Sac after taking that hit. Into the end boards. Played along to the far side boards. Turner throws one on goal. It's intercepted. And Northwood will head back up ice. No, they turn it over. Bouncing puck held in. What a job by Turner. He'll leave it off. There's a shot. That's deflected wide of the goal. Picked up Cover. Skips it back to Del Elche. Del Elche off the end boards. Little stop and start for Cover. What a pass. There's Decca's shot. Hit the top of the crossbar and up and out of play. What a little feed by Jackson Culver for Michael Deck in space. And he just sends it high.
Yeah, really good scoring opportunity there for the Saints to make it 3-1. Good momentum they've got since making it 2-1.
Off the face-off, it'll be worked down low. Paluzzo. Fires that puck back into the Sac zone. Finn Kearns drops it off. He's got DiPlacido. DiPlacido works in. He's stopped up. And it'll be lofted up high at center by Malaysia. Stackhouse works it onto the near side. Beach sends that puck in down low. Frasca dumps it for Kearns in the corner. Kearns lost it. Here comes Northwood in on the attack in behind the goal. Working it back up top to the point. Shot coming through. Frasca fights it off. Down he is as that puck came in. Frasca the first save, and he's able to pounce on the rebound.
.241 here left in the second. We have goals from Jacob Boche and Kieran Dervin for the Saints, and then Logan Thompson for Northwood. Heading into the third intermission, Saints and Northwood both having extremely good games. Both teams are chasing that MacPherson trophy and want to be playing in an important game on Sunday.
Loser of this one will play in the third place game before tomorrow afternoon. Line is held by Palmer. Near side pass is intercepted as DeCampo couldn't get it. Back into the zone comes Northwood. Schneid was headed to the goal. That pass never came to him, and Sack will head back up ice. Stretch pass out of the far boards. Into the zone they come. Drop pass by Deck. Near side it'll be picked up. Jacob Bolche. He's got the go-ahead goal right now in the second period. Trying to center that puck, but taken into the boards hard by Poole. Palmer now tied up down low with his man. Takes him to the ice. Still a battle for it. Bondi's hitting the ice as now Northwood will drag that puck out of the zone at center. It'll be stopped up by Connor Dervin. He'll send it right back in. Sack's got to get on side as they're making changes, so that'll give Northwood time into their own zone. Poole walks right through center. Down the lane. Here's Poole to the forehand. He fires. Frasca got a piece of it. And puck will bounce out at center. Good jump there by St. Pierre. Parker Thompson lost it. Sack will head up at center. Poked ahead there by Bolche. And offside. Off the face-off, it's picked up. Unable to get it toward the goal. That one sent wide. Back down into the corner. Kevin Smith. Northwood maybe looking for a late magic here in the second. He'll turn back below the goal line. Bryson Morgan in on the forecheck. Northwood will start out of their own zone. St. Pierre at center. Maxime St. Pierre into the zone, fires right on. And Frasca will make the save once again. And then after the whistle, here we go down low. Oliver Turner right in the middle of all that. And now that's going to cause the face-off to come outside of the zone for Northwood with 33.9. Off the face-off, it'll be picked up by Deck with speed. Deck into the zone, he'll flip that down low. Around into the end boards. Deck's got it in his skates, plays it around to the far side. That puck will be picked up by Kress. Kress, rink-wide pass. Delelche can't come up with it. Lane, he'll fire it around to the far boards. It'll be chopped down, but it's out at center. 6 seconds to go. Northwood will loft it back into the zone, and that will probably do it for period number 2. So after 2 periods of play here inside LeBriere Family Arena on the campus of St. Andrews College, both teams able to strike in the second period, and now we got some issues going on here after the second period has ended as Deck took a tumble. as the both teams crossing paths at center ice, but nonetheless a couple of power play goals for St. Andrews College. Kieran Dervin off the top gave Sac a 1-0 lead. It was answered moments later, and then Jacob Bolche, end of the second period, able to restore Sac's lead. It's 2-1 after 2 periods of play as we head to the second intermission here at St. Andrews College. Game 1 of 2 tonight. Second game set as Bishop Kearney will take on Culver for that final spot against one of these 2 teams. We got one more period to figure out if it's going to be Sac or Northwood, as I believe we're going to head down once again for another interview at ice level. Looks like Jacob Bolche's going to talk to us here in the intermission. He's had quite the day for St. Andrews College. 3 goals, and let's send it on down. Jacob Bolche.
All right, I'm here with Jacob Bolche. Jacob, you guys are up 2-1. What has been your key success so far?
I'd say discipline. You know, we got to stay out of the box. They can't play with us 5-on-5. We're faster and we're better team. It's all.
And what do you guys want to do here in the third period to keep it going?
Shut them down. You know, they've had their fair share of chances, and so have we. But when we're in the O-zone, no team can really hang with us. So keep it out of our end. Stay disciplined. Yeah.
3 goals in 1 day. What have you been doing today?
You know, not every day is like this, so you got to cherish the ones that are. Just take care of my body, eat well, sleep well.
And what did you think about the pep rally yesterday?
It was pretty special. I've never really been a part of anything like that, so it was pretty cool and to see all the little kids. I used to be there. I looked up to everyone like that, so it's pretty cool to be on the stage.
All right, awesome. Back to you, Alec.
Bolche, the go-ahead goal in the second period. 1 of 2 goals for Sac in that second frame. He's got 1. Dervin's got 1. We'll head to the second intermission. 2 on Sac. 1 more period to go here inside LeBrier Family Arena.
Finally, the Lunar New Year is coming up on Wednesday. As we embark upon the Year of the Snake, I visited with the leaders of the East Asian, Chinese, and Korean affinity groups to hear their thoughts. Lunar New Year 2025. This year, the celebrations kick off on Wednesday, January 29th, marking the start of the Year of the Snake, symbolizing wisdom, grace, and transformation. I spoke to 3 leaders of Asian affinity groups who celebrate Lunar New Year here at St. Andrews College and asked them about their traditions, hopes, and how they're celebrating this upcoming Lunar New Year. Okay, I'm here with
Hugh Ping, co-head of the Chinese Cultural Society.
Harrison, I'm one of the heads for East Asian Heritage Society.
Stephen Yoon, the head of the Korean Cultural Society.
What are you excited about for this year's Lunar New Year?
I definitely look forward to spending a lot of time with family, especially like the family I don't see a lot, eating a lot of good food, and getting a lot of red pockets.
I would say majorly it's the food that comes with Lunar New Year's. People celebrate big, that may be in China, Korea, Taiwan, Vietnam, etc. It's just all these collections of food really makes my day. I'm a big food enjoyer.
So what is significant about this year's Lunar New Year?
So Lunar New Year overall is very significant as we honor our ancestors as well as seek to find good luck and fortune, especially within the Year of the Snake, finding great wisdom and unity as well.
Any planned events or activities that the SSC community should look forward to associated with Lunar New Year?
Yes, so every year at SAC we host this lion dance, which this year is going to be happening on February the 3rd.
And lastly, are there any opportunities for students outside of the affinity group to experience and learn about Lunar New Year?
I'd say start off with the basic stuff. Try the food, explore the arts. When you start to really step into these fresh cultural boundaries, you may be able to find something new to it, a new spice or flavor that you may like, literally and figuratively. And I would say there's a lot of cultural fairs in downtown Toronto, I believe, or there's even small parties that they open, and maybe you could join in, and it's a great opportunity to get to know new people, but also the new culture.
Any final message you want to say to the SAC community?
Yes. So the East Asian Heritage Society is going to be running a fried rice event. We'll be making fried rice and tasting it. And also the week after that, we'll have Lunar New Year hot pot at Xiangzi Hot Pot in Markham. And if you want to join, make sure to message either me or Joe.
新年快乐.
다들 새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Happy Lunar New Year.
For SAC Today, I'm Gray Berman.
And I'm Brandon Yee. Thanks for watching.
Hey, I'm Lucas Prudhomme.
Over to Sinclair. Sinclair, saucer pass, Prudhomme, right there!
Left winger for St. Andrews College.
Now here's Prudhomme, 2-on-1. Prudhomme, shot, goal!
And I'm from Ottawa, Ontario.
Lucas Prudhomme, his second of the night.
How has your journey been leading up to playing for St. Andrews College?
The journey was pretty well. I mean, 2 years ago, I played in Ottawa back home for my local U18 AAA team. It was then when I heard about St. Andrews College, and it got to a point where I toured the place and I fell in love with it. I mean, what's there not to like about this place? And then it eventually got to a point where things got a little more serious and I eventually signed. Ever since then, it's just been amazing. I'd say the biggest challenge was probably COVID. I mean, back home, COVID shut down everything. You weren't able to leave your house, weren't able to go to school, and hockey was shut down. Overcame this, luckily, by going to Boston. COVID rules were way less strict there, so I was able to attend school while also playing hockey as I regularly would, I mean, with it being unaffected.
For students at St. Andrews College who look up to you, what's a few words of encouragement that you would have for them?
I'd probably say just stick with it. Even when it seems like the odds are against you, you gotta stick with it and eventually you'll persevere and get to where you want to. Overcoming those initial barriers, I would say, is definitely the hardest. In the end, you gotta persevere to get where you want to be eventually.
Yoon down the left side.
Oh,
nice big hit by Turner.
Hi, I'm Oliver Turner. I play defense, number 18, for your St. Andrews College First Hockey Saints. So I started off playing in Mississauga my minor midget year. I was actually playing with my teammate here, Michael Deck. And I think we were both looking for a spot where we could develop as a player and a spot where that's going to give us a good education and ultimately a college commitment. I think we're lucky to have our coaching staff here, Mr. Kevin Gate, David Manning, and Mr. Brenna. I think they run a pretty tight ship, pretty professional program. And yeah, I'm lucky to come to the rink every day with, got a great group of guys here. We push each other every day and yeah, we're all pushing each other, getting better.
So you're a graduating student here at St. Andrews, so can you tell me a little bit about your future?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to me that I'm in my last year of high school. I think it's flown by. Last year flew by, and the fact that I'm almost done this year is pretty crazy. But yeah, I think my plan next year, I'm going to play for the Erie Otters in the OHL, and I'm committed to Colgate University.
The MacPherson Tournament's coming up. Can you tell me your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think everyone's very excited. I think it's the highlight of our season last year. It was once in a lifetime opportunity, first time I played in front of any sort of crowd like that. And yeah, I think all the guys are pretty fired up. And yeah, I think all the boys that are going to be coming out that Friday night, I think just bring the energy, bring the spirit, and we'll give you a show.
Hi, my name is Aiden Lane. I'm a forward. I wear number 11, and I'm the captain of your St. Andrews College First Hockey Saints.
And almost into the net. Lane gets it again on the short side, drags, takes a shot, and scores. At the top of the circle, in front, they score!
Yeah, I played 7 years with the Toronto Marlboros. It's a GTHL organization in Toronto. With my roommate, Sebastian Delache. We've been teammates for 9 years now, so after my minor midget season, I needed somewhere to play that would get me a chance to play NCAA, and this was a spot, got me a commitment, and it's been great ever since. Yeah, we do a lot of extra stuff behind the scenes. We have meetings with Mr. Medill. He teaches us about mental skills and mental preparation. We have daily workouts with Coach Abe's, mobility, strength workouts. We have free ice with Coach Leland. So every day during your spare, you can go on the ice, put in the extra work. So we have lots of different moving parts and lots of different people helping us on a day-to-day basis. So we have video meetings every week, and Coach Manning tries to implement that in practice. So what we watch and what we learn from our games, we implement in practice the same day. he teaches us pretty much everything there is to know about hockey. So if it's offense, defense, power play, penalty kill, he's teaching us it all. And then Gator specializes with the forwards, and Brenna specializes with the D.
I know you guys have a really strong team culture, so could you tell me about what you enjoy most or what aspect you find works the most with the team?
Yeah, so living and boarding, we spend a lot of time with each other. Obviously, we're at the rink and in the gym together, and then we go back, eat dinner, and then just hang out even more in the boarding houses. So there's a lot of time spent together, building connections, having memories. We also do things like this week. We're going to escape room as a team just to build some bonds and spend more time together. We also have really long bus rides, like sometimes 10+ hours down to the United States. So it's just a lot of time spent together, creating memories and having lots of fun. Yeah, after this year, I'm not sure where I'm going to play. I have a couple options, probably in the OHL with the Brampton Steelheads or at Harvard University. I don't actually know yet, but I've played a few games in the OHL, and it's been great. It's really fun. It's good hockey. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward to finishing the season here and seeing where I end up next.
As captain of the team, do you have a message to the school body?
Yeah, just in advance, thank you for coming out, and thank you for all the support. We really appreciated it, and hopefully we can get the win and finish the tournament right.
Welcome back inside LeBaron Family Arena here at St. Andrews College. Third period, a big one. 2-1 sack in the first semifinal game of this 41st annual MacPherson Tournament here in Dervin. And Jacob Bolche, the goal scorers for sack, and that'll be blown down with a high stick.
Yeah, and Logan Thompson getting the goal for Northwood. So 2-1 game here. What have you seen that's keep this game so even?
I mean, honestly, the goaltending has to be the biggest part. Pablo Frasca's seen a lot of rubber here in this one. He's done an excellent job at scanning his perimeter and tracking pucks in the other end. A couple of big saves right off the hump in the first period for Jake Shingles, and he's been steady as well for Northwood. We play this puck around to the near side corner. It'll be kept in by Lane. Really, the only difference in this game is the special teams for sack. 2 power play goals for them. They lead 2-1. Deck flips it out front. Nobody home for the Saints as Dervin will fire that puck back down low. Deck lets it go around. It'll be played off the boards and out at center. Kevin Carr gets it right back in. Paluzzo skips it off the glass. Is that forced down in by William Schneed? Northwood will go for wholesale changes. Back out of the near side corner. Fired around to the far side. Little whack at it to Campo. He's got it back out front of his own bench. Works it out at center. Little tap pass for St. Clair. Into the zone. A shot off a skate. Bounces back out front. That one steered aside by Shingles. Big time hit on the near side boards as Northwood right back in. Ty Simonet can't handle that puck. It'll be played out of the zone by Sack and out at center. Poole back in his own zone. Drops it back for Palmer. Will circle in behind his own goal. Palmer. Stretch pass off the near side boards into the skates. Back out at center. Pigon into the zone for Northwood. Onside. He'll dump it down to the corner. Luke Sinclair will leave it down low for Delauche. Red pass out at center. It'll bounce down into the Northwood zone. That's as far as it gets. It skip right back up the other way. Right out of the stick that time, Luca Di Placido. Di Placido looking for Bolche, couldn't find him. Sent back the other way. Northwood will settle it down as Smith fires it into the Sac zone. Finn Kearns back for the Saints in behind his own goal. He'll play it to the far side. Nolan Long will start out for Sac at center. He'll glide into the zone onside. Here's Long trying to cut it on goal. Centers it out front. Loose puck shot. Oh, what a save that was once again. Jake Shingles makes an excellent save down at his backside. He keeps it a one-goal game. Rolling puck at center will be picked back up. Into the zone they come. Here's Carr. In behind the Sac goal. Centering pass off his skate wide. Bolche makes a move at center. He'll dump it in. Paluzzo skips it off the glass up at center. Met there by Austin Gal, who rips it right back into the zone. Rask out to play that puck, turns it over. Centering pass, comes up top, unable to get a shot off, and Sac will head back the other way. Could have numbers, but that puck will skip into the reach of Prudhomme. Cycled back down low by Northwood. Slapped out of the zone, that'll go down, and it's got lots on it for icing on the Saints.
Yeah, 12:55 here left to go in the third. And it's been a pretty exciting game, and I would say it's starting to pick up a little bit here. Third period started a little slow, first few minutes. Starting to pick up here, more shots on goal. And I think if Northwood wants to get back in this game, I think what they need to do is they need to keep getting shots. They can't be complacent. They need to keep going aggressive in the corners, win those battles.
Face-off win, Palmer. Up top. High slot. They'll dish it over. Here's a shot, Schneed, and it's fought off by Frasca, and he hangs on.
Here is Dervin to face it off for the Saints in their own end. Dervin, one of the best face-off players I've seen in a long time.
Northwood wins that draw. Near side pass. And once again, a wide open net. And Tranowski could not bury it. Back down the ice it comes. With speed into the zone. Here's a quick shot right on. Shingles the save, and he's down as he falls back and hangs on. And Kieran Dervin once again making things happen all alone.
Yeah, and Shingles has been outstanding so far. There's another save where it was a tough play. Good shot by Dervin. And he got to squeeze it. 12:28 left to go here.
Tied up off the face-off. Paluzzo plays it around to the near side ball. Back down low. Lane never came to him. As a good stick there from Paluzzo. Far side pass, Deck. After it for Sac. He's got it on the far boards. He'll play it off the end boards, looking for a redirect back out front. Lane in hot pursuit. What a hold by Deck. He gets leveled on the half wall, and Northwood will head back up. Nice little move into the zone. Simonetta shot. Block. Sends it back out front off the side of the goal. Back in behind the goal is Del Elche will start out. Del Elche flips that puck down in. He'll go for a change. New decor back on for Sac. Out at center. It'll be collected by Di Placido. Di Placido threads the needle. Karskanen dishes off. Sinclair off the post. And up and out of play.
Wow, great pass there. Princeton commit to Princeton commit. Luke Sinclair almost went just above Shingles. Instead off the crossbar, and that one was way out of play to the roof.
Face off tied up on the far side circle. It'll be picked up by Maxime St. Pierre. He'll play it to the near side. Parker Thompson will flip that puck down low. Schneed after it. He'll work that back up top to the point. St. Pierre can't hold it. It'll bounce out at center. And Smith back in his own zone for Northwood. Plays it off the boards. Misses Thompson. Back into the zone. Karskanen. He's stripped of the puck at center. Good stick there. Tronowski. Back in they come. Sent right back out by St. Andrews College. Northwood will circle back at center. St. Pierre tried to make a move around his man. Bouncing puck held in the zone. That shot. Frasca the save. Rebound pops up in the air. It's kicked to the corner. Saints will work out at center. Stackhouse. Out of the near side. Tap pass. Intercepted there by Palmer. Palmer will send it around to the far boards. As Tronowski works it out at center. Icing's waved off. Northwood will make changes. 10:18 to go, third period. 2-1. Stretch pass into the zone. Bolche. His shot turned aside by Shingle. Back at center. That pass into the skates of Bolche. Bouncing puck. Knifed off the near side boards up, and here they come back into the zone. Nolan Long could not get a shot off. Palmer works it up onto the far boards. Back the other way. Parker Moore in a drive sent wide. All the way around and out as Carr will collect. Carr up to the near side, tipped down in. Frasca. Spins it off down low. And Oliver Turner will wait in behind his goal. He'll leave for Perdome. Perdome works it out at center. Nice inside-out move by Perdome. Here he comes, a shot right on. Shingle said no. A little how do you do at center. Centering pass, Perdome parked out front. Bouncing puck down his Shingles. He's got it. And here we go again. Perdome right in the middle of it. The captain, Paluzzo, right there for Northwood. And with 9:05 to go, we stay 2-1. Face off as Paluzzo will spin it back up top. That one will be bounced down into the zone. Frasca sends it around to the far side. Paluzzo can't hold the zone. Aiden Lane at center. Here comes Lane into the zone. They are onside. Lane will snap a shot off the stick of Gavin Carr up and out of play.
This first line of the Saints, one goal tonight, and that was on the power play, but per usual, we've seen it every game throughout this tournament and every game throughout this season for that matter, them producing goals and points night in and night out, and it's exactly what the Saints need, a consistent, steady line that can get you a goal every night.
Face-off will come out at center, and Paluzzo will work it to the far side. Back into the zone. Schneed cuts wide. He's taken off stride. Good job by Oliver Turner to stay with him. Freed up for Del Elche, and he'll start out. Del Elche, far side, hits Dervin. Dervin's got Deck with him. Deck snaps a shot into the midsection of Paluzzo. He's in some pain as he's hunched over. Northwood, that stretch pass for Schneed, missed him. Frasca will play it away from him. Out of the near side. Parker Thompson on it. Up top into the slot. On the offhand, though, of Tronowski. And now Sack will head back the other way. Picked up at center. Pace starting to pick up. Maxime St. Pierre in a tight angle shot. Fought off by Frasca. Little dish pass out of the half wall. Luke St. Clair rips that puck in deep. Shingles out to play it. It's sent around to the point. Finn Kearns lets one fly, deflected high of the goal. Back out of the near side. It'll be brought out. Here's Ty Simonette. Simonette lost it to Kearns. Kearns sends it around. St. Pierre holds the zone. He'll cycle it back down low below the goal line. Skipped up top. Here's a shot. Deflected. Never got to Paolo Frasca. Here's another pass that came up through the slot, and it'll be turned back the other way. Now with speed, here goes DeCampo. He's tripped up on his way to the goal. Play continues. No call at all as we continue to play. DeCampo now back to his feet. That shot was blocked. Another one spinning shot. Another block shot out front. And finally it'll be knifed off the glass but held in. What a job by Dervin to hold the zone. Far side. They'll spin back. Morgan still has the puck on the half boards. Morgan skips it into the slot, and it'll be knocked down finally. And Ty Simonet will end that. Stretch pass, Dervin hits his man into the zone. Here comes a shot wide of the goal. Morgan back on it on the near side. He finishes his check, and it bounces out at center. Parker Moore couldn't get to it. It's back out front of the Norwood. And Morris. And now we got a penalty coming. Too many men. Northwood's going to get caught out front of their own bench with 6 skaters. And with 6:16 to go, the last thing you want if you're Northwood is to take a bench minor. An undisciplined penalty, and Sack will go to the power play and look for some insurance here.
Oh, this could be a huge power play for Sack here. Getting a goal here would mean a 2-goal lead with just about 5 minutes left, and this is exactly what Sack wanted. Northwood, costly mistake here.
St. Andrews College already 2 power play goals in the game. They'll hold it down to the zone off the faceoff. Big momentum killer coming up here. Northwood can kill it. They'll have 4 to try and tie. As that one's going to be deflected up and out of play. If Sack can get a goal, it's going to be a massive hill to climb for Northwood Prep.
Just under 6 minutes to go. Lane, Dervin, Long, DeLeche, and Deck here. The power play line for the Saints. Been worked well all year, worked well all tournament. Let's see if they can produce here.
Eric goes back to Deck. Del Elche plays catch with Deck up top. Michael Deck down low below the goal line. Lane lost it. Get tied up down in the corner. Zone is held. Up to the near side. Del Elche tipped on goal, and it's sent just wide. Long with a good stick out front, but just kept it out. Now Deck's got to come out at center. Schneid with a good job on the penalty kill. And now Deck will work his way through center. Drops for his captain, Lane. Here's Lane in on the near side circle. He'll spin it back up top to the point. Bouncing puck held in just by Del Elche. Great job by Del Elche to hold that zone back down low. Long after it. Flipped up, knocked down at the blue line. Into the midsection that time of Long. Bouncing puck, and it's cleared by Northwood with 49 seconds to go in the power play.
Sack's going to go for a well-needed change here. Power play unit's going to regroup.
Finn Kearns up onto the near side. It'll be skipped down in by St. Clair. And it will be cleared by Northwood. Stretch pass out of the zone. Little stop up. Cover. Skips it rink wide. Perdome. 15 ticks to go on the power play. Here's Kearns up top in the slot. One-timer turned aside by Shingle. Back up top to the point. Kearns. Cover. Power play set to expire. 3 seconds. Cover near side. Looking to tee up Kearns. Back to 5-on-5. Northwood's killed it. Now they got to get out of their zone. Cover taken down as play continues. Tied up out front of the Northwood bench. Still tied up out front of the Northwood bench is DiPlacido. Northwood gets it down in, slapped toward the net. Backhand shot. Oh, Frasca, frantic save. And a spontaneous backhand shot. Frasca's able to keep it out of the back of the net with 3:44 to go. And if you remember earlier on today, Northwood was able to tie things up late in the third, looking to do the same thing here to force overtime, maybe win it in regulation.
Yeah, that was a huge save by Frasca. The blocker flying out there. Really clutch save by the veteran goaltender.
Off the face-off. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender for Northwood. Here's Dervin. He'll dish off. Put down into the zone. Dervin quickly after it. Played around in behind the goal, and Northwood will bring it out at center. Schneid, far side. Bouncing puck will be picked up with speed as Poole in. Poole cuts wide down low. Looking for options out front. It'll be knocked down by Schneid. Schneid in a battle with Turner. And Sack will bring it out. Lane at center. Into the zone, he's onside with Deck. Lane gets it right back out front. Backhand drive, save made, Shingles. Another one will float on goal. Shingles to save, loose puck streaking in is Deck, and he's down and slow to get back up. Oh boy. Back the other way comes Northwood. Maleshev out of the corner. Deck in obvious pain off to the bench. Carr works it in behind the goal. 2:30 to go here in the third period. Winner advances to the final tomorrow afternoon. Karskanen will dig that puck free. And he'll work it out at center. Karskanen trying to pin that puck down to the corner. They're going to blow it down. There's a couple bodies on top of it with 2:09 to go here in the third.
Karskanen, Sinclair, DeCapo, Kearns, and Diplacito, the unit for the Saints here with 2:09 left to go in the third. 2-1 lead for your Saints. Goal from Dervin and Bolche and Logan Thompson for Northwood.
Northwood will work it out on the far side. Palmer into the zone. He's stopped up, met by DiPlacido. Kearns out of his own zone. Out at center. Bouncing puck settled down as Karskanen into the zone. Flip back out down the ice. Frasca's going to play it. Aggressive play by the Sack goaltender. It's held in though by Northwood. It'll spin back on the near side. Thompson. Goaltender starting to inch to the bench. Taking a peek. Still hasn't got that call yet. It's locked down in the zone. They got their guys out there. Schneid back up top to the point. Still no goaltender pull. 1:22 to go. And the Saints will get it out at center. Now they'll coil back. Smart play by Dervin.
Minute 10 left here. Northwood's running out of clock. Saints got to be smart here.
Dervin takes a hit into the zone. There's a shot. That one sniped time by Perdome. Perdome missed a hit on the far side. Last minute of play here in the third. There goes Shingles. He's got to go now. There he goes to the bench. Extra attacker on. Looking for late game magic. Northwood prep once again here in this tournament. Down low is Karskanen. He's got it pinned. Crest trying to free it up. Pigon in there as well. Still trying to dig that puck free. Del Elche, 36 seconds to go. And now they'll blow it down with 34.9.
Just under 35 seconds left here. Crunch time, people on the edge of their seats here at LeBrier Family Arena.
And now we're going to get a timeout from Northwood Prep. So Northwood's going to call a 30-second timeout. Just over 30 seconds left on the game clock. They trail 2-1. Spot in the finals tomorrow afternoon on the line. All of our goals coming in period number 2 in this one. We were tied scoreless after 1. Kieran Dervin got the scoring started for Sack early in that first period, a power play goal. It was answered back the other way as Parker Thompson scored for Northwood. to tie us all up at 1 apiece in the second period, and then late stages second period, Jacob Bolche, who's having himself a day, buried a power play goal, and that's where we stand right now as the winner. Here we go. Fans on their feet. And a face-off, a big-time face-off coming down inside the Sac zone. Paolo Frasca has been excellent today.
Can the Saints get their ticket to the finals tomorrow at 1:30?
Here we go. Big-time face-off. Ty Simonette will take it against Kieran Dervin. 6 attackers out there for Northwood. They need a face-off win here. Big-time face-off win, Simonette. Back for Paluzzo. Paluzzo walks the blue line. Far side. Paluzzo gets it back up top, bobbled over his stick, able to hold the zone on the far side. Here comes a shot through traffic. That one tipped just wide. Kress, Paluzzo back up top. 18 seconds to go. Far side. Kress works it back down low. They'll go back up top. Here's a one-timer coming. Schneed deflected out front. It hit a body. It's cleared down the ice. And they got a race for it. 6 seconds, and it'll be icing on Sac with 5.4 to go in the third. Northwood's not happy with how long it took to blow the whistle. And now they're going to have a conversation over at the prep bench. Stephen Malaro asking why it took so long to blow that icing down at 5.4. So here we go again. They need another big face-off win. They're not going to get it. It's going to be down into the corner. Time ticking away, and that will do it.
Your St. Andrews Saints come out on top with a 2-1 victory against Northwood.
So some talking after the final horn sounds, but Sac remains undefeated on the weekend as Northwood. No late game magic for them tonight as they drop this one by a final score of 2-1. They'll go to the third place game tomorrow. St. Andrews College is headed to the final on home ice as they are 4-0 now on the weekend. A very, very good defensive effort. Even better effort from the goaltender, Paolo Frasca, tonight in goal.
What a victory for Sac. Makes them 2-1 in the season series with Northwood and sends them and punches their ticket to the Sunday finals game in the annual MacPherson Tournament.
So as we line up on the offensive blue lines, Bishop, Kearney, and Culver, winner of that one will get St. Andrews College in the final. Loser will play Northwood for third as we are down to ice level for our players of the game.
Well-deserved game MVP for Northwood, Shingles, the goaltender.
Jake Shingles was excellent tonight. And Kieran Dervin, he scored the first goal of the hockey game. He was buzzing all over the place in this one. He comes home with player of the game, much deserved for St. Andrews College. The Saints march on, undefeated in this one, in this tournament, as they celebrate at center ice. And we'll get set to shake hands, but St. Andrews College able to battle through all of our goals coming in period number 2 today as we line up to shake hands at center. And one more game awaits us here tonight. Culver and Bishop Kearney getting set behind the scenes. And we will drop the puck on that one a little bit later than scheduled originally at 8:30. So Sac will look to defend their MacPherson title tomorrow afternoon. As here comes the salute to the fans. Excellent crowd on hand tonight. And Sac is headed to the finals of this MacPherson tournament. We got one more coming up for you. Don't go anywhere. It'll be right here on St. Andrews College Hockey YouTube channel as Bishop Kearney looks to take on Culver. Winner goes to the final. Sac's already seen Culver. They have not seen PK. We shall see who comes out on top. Don't go anywhere as final here from semifinal game number 1. St. Andrews College able to hold off Northwood Prep. Final 2-1 here from Lapeer Family Arena.